Hi everyone, hope that you're well and have had a good week. I just want to chat a little bit this morning about Church Suite and really encourage you, if you haven't already signed up, to sign up to it. But I want to explain why, because now that we're up and running it, using it properly, it's giving us all sorts of benefits. And I know that there are loads of other churches that use it, and really positive experience from people once they get used to it and once they work out why we're using it. It's great. It's already giving us so much more functionality in terms of our admin. It's making processes quicker for us. So it's great. It will be a really good tool going forward, but it only really works if we have everyone on board with it. So I want to encourage you, and I'm going to show you some things. I'm hoping this clip's going to work because I've taken some photos and just going to try and help you to work out how to use it. So bear with me for a few minutes. So as you will see when you have logged on, so if you are a member of SCF, if you consider yourself to be part of us as Home Church, then you should have had an email with an invitation. If you haven't, then please just email in the church office, so info@southendchristianfellowship.org.uk, or you can email Amy or Dave or I, whose email addresses are all at southendchristianfellowship.org.uk, and we'll sort that for you. So if you've not had one, please get in touch. So you can use it on a smartphone, on a tablet, on a laptop, a desktop, whatever device you use to access the internet. It's available on all of those. It is My Church Suite that most of you will get a link to. And as I say, it's all personalised, so you will end up with, it'll have the SCF logo and branding on it so that you'll recognise it and know that it is from us. So it's My Church Suite. So that's the first bit. Okay, so you just need to reply to your email or follow the link that you get sent. One of the great benefits to us is that we can put all our events onto it. So everything that we do as a church can all be found on one page. Hopefully, if this works, you'll get a little picture coming up of what that screen looks like. And we choose which events we feature, so the ones that we really want to draw your attention to as a church, that are normally applicable to everyone, that are our priority for what we really feel like we're investing in for the next few weeks. They are your featured events that come up when you look at the My Events page. Also, though, we've managed to put all of the church calendar onto it. So in effect, you used to get a piece of paper in December, somewhere around there, depending how organised we were, which had like all your ministry team events for the year, all the church events, when things were happening, the big events that we knew a year in advance that we would be doing, they were all on there. However, when things change during the year, that piece of paper doesn't get updated. And so it's dependent on you to, happen to read your news sheet on the week that it comes through and saying it's changed, and then update it in your calendar, etc., etc. This app gives us the ability to make those changes, and you'll be able to see that on the app. So it's brilliant, and I know people have lost their pieces of their planners like in the year, or sometimes we've sent another 6-month update or something. It's all going to be in the same place, and it will have all the event information. If it's a Zoom, literally you can just hit the bit on the page and it will send you through to the meeting, so you don't anymore have to be looking for meeting ID details that may have come in an email or that you may have deleted. I've done that before. Or you're not hunting around at the last minute desperately trying to find the details to get into a meeting. You can literally just go, everything is on that page, so you literally just hit it and it'll take you straight through. It's actually quicker than you expect. Some of us have been taken by surprise by that on occasion. I realise there are a lot of events on there. Obviously we do a lot as the church, and they're just in a line down. But there's a search button, so don't be overwhelmed by how much there is on there. If you're going in for something specific, I went in yesterday to check a meeting that we had that was cancelled. And what's brilliant about it is if you just put the name in, it will come up, and actually our cancelled meetings show as well. So you can go, oh yeah, I had that in my diary, but actually, is that still happening? No, it's been cancelled, and it just has a line for you. So it's worth bearing with it and getting used to it, because so many of us already are finding it so helpful. And what we really want to do is our newsletter will change going forward, so you won't be getting events on a newsletter coming out in the same way, because actually we have it all there. So we're trying to avoid duplication. It will make us a lot more efficient, give us time for doing the things we really need to be doing. So it may be that we go to like a monthly newsletter, which is just the church information and stuff that, you know, we want to convey, like we want to say thank you to people, or there's a baby being born, or that sort of stuff that we might convey in a newsletter. But all the events will be on Church Street, and meetings and details of that will be the best place to find that. So we'd love you to get on board with it so that you don't miss out on that. There are also, down the left hand side when you log on, there are links, so you can link straight to the SCF Facebook page or the SCF website, or the YouTube channel. So for those of you that watch our stream on a Sunday morning, literally you will just be able to, when you're in the app, literally hit SCF YouTube and it will take you to our page, and the live stream will be up there. So again, it's really meant to make it easier for everyone to be able to access the things that we do. It's been great. Tots have been a bit of a trial for us, and they're doing all their bookings, managing that all via Church Suite. You can advertise events externally. It doesn't have to just be to members who've signed up. So that's really good, and they're finding it so helpful. So it is the way we're going to be going forward. But equally, we want to really help you with it. We don't want you to feel flummoxed by a new bit of technology. And for those of you who are tech wizards, I'm sure there will be all sorts of other features on Church Suite that you find for yourself that you're like, oh, I like that. That's really cool. So the really important bit is about how you make sure your details are clear and what they're used for, etc. So when you go in, it will ask you to put your details in. I just want to clear up a few, some confusion probably. So there are two separate things. There is the church directory, which is in effect just an electronic version of our paper church directory. And you get to choose how much of that you want displayed for other people in the church. So you may be really happy with someone having your email address and your mobile, but you don't want them to have your landline. Or you might be really happy, vice versa. People are different, aren't they? You might be really happy for someone in the church. Obviously, this only goes to church members. But to have your mobile, to have your landline, but you don't want them to have your mobile number. So in the directory bit, you can choose what you display to the rest of the church family. So that is not going out in public to anyone who's not SCF. And I have a picture of how you do that bit, so hopefully you can see that. And you get to choose which bits you want to display. Obviously your name is helpful. Some way of being communicated is great, as we are family. But you get to choose that, and you can change those preferences at any point. So if you decide actually you don't want people to have one of those, your email or your mobile or whatever, you can just go in and you change it. So it makes it really GDPR compliant for those of you who are aware of that stuff, because you get to control your choices on how much information is given. So that is the directory function, and that's really useful for you to be able to view. You know, if you want to make contact with someone else, it's our Meet Not Meetings month from Monday. You know, if you want to invite someone round, the contact details are there, and it's just like our paper directory. You just flick through and put the name in or whatever. The other aspect of this is it is our way of communicating as a church to you, and as part of being SCF, there are obviously functional stuff that we need to communicate every so often. Not very often. We really try hard not to do it too often. But we do need to have contact details of those who are a part of this organisation, of this church family. So when you put your contact details in, primarily it is for us to use. That's separate to the directory. So it's just for those who work for the church or the in leadership who may need to access your details for specific things that we are allowed to do. You know, so if you are part of a ministry team, your ministry team leader needs to be able to email you. If you are part of a small group, it's really helpful for that small group leader to be able to contact you, to let you know a meeting might change, all that sort of thing. You know, pastorally, we like to know who our flock are, and to be able to reach out and look after you, and we need to have contact details for that. So there are things that we have to do as part of being church. So it's really important that you have completed those contact details. And there is a section, if you go to privacy, it lets you select which bits you want. So there are some very important boxes which are choosing to allow emails. There's also choosing to allow SMSs. At the minute we haven't got that facility sorted, but we are hoping to be able to use that. So you literally you tick those boxes if you're happy for SCF to email you. We are trying to be in touch with everyone who hasn't ticked those boxes, because it would be really helpful for you to have ticked them, so that we can communicate. And yeah, I hope that makes sense. So yes, if you haven't ticked those, you can go back into them. It's really easy. You just go into my details and then you can edit it and check it. So yeah, if you suddenly realise, maybe I didn't do that from having watched this video, then if you could just have a look, that would be really helpful, because we'd love everyone to tick those boxes, and allow us to email via Church Street, because that will make our life so much easier, and yours in the long term. So I hope that's all made sense. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, if you're not sure about any of it, please do come back to one of the team. Amy and Dave from a church perspective are taking a lead and doing all the setting up on it, which is amazing, and we're so grateful to them both for what they're doing for it. I'm also involved, so you can come to me if you don't know Amy or Dave. But yeah, email one of us, catch one of us in the car park on a Sunday after the meeting. From next Sunday we're allowed to talk indoors too. So be blessed. I hope this has been helpful, and come back to us if you've got any questions. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.